happen, you know? Can't do this thing alone. What's going on, Michigan? All day. Michigan all day. Checking in. We going live right now, south side of Chicago. Y'all already know how we do it. We broadcasting across the world, right? We also streaming on YouTube on deck, right? I'm sure they can hear me. They can't, then I'm sure somebody gonna let me know. What's going on, Miss Rogers and Jackie and Kat? My little three people is all good. Let the notification goes out. We in a difficult time right now. Difficult time zone. I'm not here to pretend with nobody. I only can be who I am and who I was created to be. I actually like who I am, right? One thing I won't do, I won't pretend like I have it all together. I am a work in progress, right? I come on this particular feed line, so maybe you might can see some of my progress. I'm trying, right? I'm trying to be a better individual, not just for everybody I come into contact with. I need to be better for myself, for real. You know, you can lean yourself out to everybody, and at the end of the day, when you done doing all of that, you still don't know how to be nice to yourself, right? So I just come to have a conversation. Absolutely. Two or three come touching and agreeing. You know, I don't know what's going on in this period of time, but things is changing. Times are changing. Laws is changing. People are changing. Even our direction that we heading in is changing, right? But I tell you one thing for certain, two things for sure. I'm not changing from the mission that I set out to accomplish, right? Yes, I took some bruises. I done fell down a couple of times. I have been disrespected and insulted by those that I have lended my hand to. I have got bit by, okay? I don't really have a group of people that I would like to say that I just rock with every day. You know, my rock every day been up a long time ago. You know, God been changed that. He been redirected my whole way of thinking. Me personally, I had to come in on this speed line, open myself up, call a timeout, put you in a huddle, put myself in a huddle, tell God, look, God, if you ready to call me home, I'm willing to go. I once before when I was there and God asked me, you going back into the world, I did not want to go back. I felt that I was already where I should be, right? But since I got to be here, I got to call a timeout on the battlefield, right? The battlefield is called life. Whose life? Well, it's my life. But when you hear me say my life, then that's your life as well. We on the battlefield every day. I'm on the battlefield with you today. I guess will be Monday. This is the mighty Monday meltdown, right? This is when we call a timeout right now. Timeout meaning that I want to redirect my focus right now. I want to readjust myself. For some of us, we still complaining. We still watching the news. We still watching everybody do their little 2 minutes of fame, posting their pictures, IG, social media. It just seems like that's the way technology is going real quick. It gets on my nerves sometimes. God knows what bothers me, and he knows what irritates me. He knows what I'm uncomfortable with. One of the things I'm uncomfortable with is coming on this feed line and opening my whole life up. It feels like sometimes I feel like I have to come before you. He will have me to open myself up because guess what? Nobody ever wanted to open their self up to me. Personally, people are highlighting their greatest moments, their greatest hits, their greatest outfits, their greatest hairdos. But when it comes down to your worst moments, when it comes down to your failures, when it comes down to your falls, that's where the Lord was at. That's where God was at. He broke you all the way down just so his presence can be present and get some acknowledgement, right? Your test, right? T-E-S-T, your test is the beginning part of your testimony. But for some of us, we have not got grown yet. We have not developed yet. So we still playing the victim instead of claiming the victory right now. You can't claim something you know nothing about. So today I call this time out, and I'm going to call on the spirit that calls on me, that drags me on this feed line, that put me before you right now like a drink offering, someone that opens up his life. Yes, I know the outside might look good, but I guarantee you my inside look 30 times better. Why? Because what lives in me, what resides in me, what comes and talks to me, what assists me with my day to day is actually what helps me make better choices and decisions. Maybe not for you, but a guarantee for me. If you know where I came from, if you know what I've been through, if you know what I've been in, if you know what I've been around, if you know about my family, then you will know that I was planted in some of the worst conditions. I was built by my situations. I was built by my situation, but God built me for his presence. And in that right there, I am not ashamed of that. I don't try to pretend like I'm anyone else but me. If you don't want to hear me, then that's okay. Continue to carry on. Find who you need to find that's going to come and woo you, that's going to tell you what you want to hear, that's going to try to make you feel good. But at the end of the day, you still missing something. You missing something called the relationship. So God, I call on you right now. I ask that you will come down in this huddle right now. Arrest this huddle. Let your presence fall fresh right now. The Invisible Crown Army, I ask that you will take your position. And if any vessel right now that's on this feed line willing to surrender and be submissive, then you will take that position in that life right now. God, you give angels charge over us. And today we just want to say thank you for this hedge of protection that you're putting around us. Thank you for refining us. Thank you for your fire that's burning in us and through us. It's burning us free. It's letting us loose of things that was holding us back. And God, for that right there, I give you glory. I thank you, God, that in this story, I continue to write. In this story, we continue to write. In this story, we're not dead. Actually, we're recovering everything. We're recovering our peace. We're recovering our love. We're recovering ourself, our true identity, our identity in you, God. You have called us forth. So we will take the front line. We will be in position that when you call, we will move. When you call, we will speak. Yes, God, we thank you for what you are doing in us and through us, God. Thank you for allowing us to access you in a time of need. Well, right now, this is a time of need. We over in the second quarter right now, God, and we need your spirit like we never needed it before. We need confidence right now. We need to be secure in who we are so we can represent whom we are. Right now, people have made us feel less than because when we open up our ears to them, they're not teaching us. It seems like they scolding us. It seems like they put us down so that when we look at them, they seem higher than us. But God, today, we ask that you will balance the playing field, the battlegrounds right now, that you will line us up, calibrate our hearts and our minds. Give us the sign. This is the sign. Give us the miracle. We looking for it. We are the miracle. Thank you for using us in spite of areas that other people have used us and messed us up. We have lent ourselves to some ungrateful people, but no matter what position that they play, God, we forgive them because we asking you to forgive us. Forgive us for not running to you. Forgive us for taking all day. Forgive us for procrastinating. Forgive us for acting like we was there. We really wasn't there. We wasn't honest with who we are. We wasn't honest with our situation. We didn't move when you told us to move. We didn't correct what it is we made errors in. And right there, God, we are guilty as charged right there. We ask that you forgive us for things we might have thought, things we might have said, things we might have done. Forgive us for all sins. Forgive us of our debts. Forgive us of our trespasses as we forgive those who have sinned and trespassed and have debts against us, God. You chose us for whatever reason. And for that right there, we will not back down from that. We will stand up to that. You are calling us higher. You calling us forward. And we are not gonna sit here and surrender to people that's gonna try to jank us and take us in places that we already done seen. We thank you, God, for not giving up on us. We thank you, God, for another chance, another opportunity to do better. And for that right there, it should not be taken lightly. So I'm grateful. I ask that anyone that does not belong on this feed line, that you will release them, surround this feed line with nothing but your presence. We can do nothing without you, God, here on earth. While we on earth, we need your spirit because we looking for some things that's going on in the natural. We need some supernatural results right now. Some of our children and our family members, they need miracles, they need healing, and we are the ones that has to come into your presence and ask for these things, just like somebody asked for it on our behalf. So we don't want to be selfish, God. We ask that your spirit will touch everyone connected to us, continue to use us, empower us in ways that only you can do, God. And we will continue to honor you. We will continue to magnify your name. You know our needs better than we know our own needs. You provide us with more than we can provide ourselves with. And that right there deserves honor. That deserves praise. That deserves everything we have. So, God, we just say thank you in your son, Jesus' name. Amen. What's up? What's going on, everybody? This is the Mighty Monday Meltdown. Amen to that right there. I have to cover us in prayer because we're starting back over. We in the second quarter right now. First quarter is done. We on to the second quarter right now. I'm here. I'm your transformation coach. I'm also here as a friend. I'm also here as an author. By the way, I wrote a book. It's called I Am My Life Coach. That book continues to assist me with helping me manifest a better me. I make better choices. I make better decisions once I continue to build myself up. So I read in order that I can enhance who I am and do not feel guilty about those that are around me right now. Sometimes we can help everybody else, and it's really your own circumstances and your own situation that you ignoring right now. Don't mess around and think that you're doing all these good deeds. You have to first tend to yourself, right? You can't fix and patch up one little hole, then you got another little hole over here that's breaking out. So anyway, I just want to give you a little overview of how my particular feed, my podcast goes. I'm shooting live from Instagram, not Instagram, from YouTube. I'm going live from YouTube. I don't need another social media platform so I can go out here and humiliate myself unless God put me up there to do it. I go through enough. I take enough hits from a lot of you already, okay? And I'm pretty sure some of you, if you haven't took no hits, you about to take some hits, because the more mature you become, the more advanced you become, the more peace you have. That's when the enemy has to attack you. Your enemy will not be from the outside. Your enemy will be from the inside. I speak a language. My voice is not for everybody, but it's for somebody. I know it's kind of hard to wonder why is he talking this way? I've been talking this way for 8 years, right? Over 8 years. Let's just be clear. All the things that I have experienced, I cannot go back through every time I come on a feed and give you a rundown of all the things that made me qualified, all the things that I had to endure, all the things that I had to go through, right? Just to be able to stand before you right now as a conqueror. I conquered a lot of areas. I don't sing about it. I don't talk about it. I don't know what you are. I know I am, right? I know based on the things that I have, as I just mentioned, right? And so again, it's not to belittle anyone, but it's more like a real conversation, right? When I talk to the spirit and the spirit talks to me, that's what I bring to the feed line. That's what you hear right now. Maybe that's why we don't have a call in, or I can't really look at names and see what you're writing until I have to go back after the feed and reread everything and every comment that everybody done either wrote or done said. And I'm grateful for those people. I'm grateful for the people that support me, the people that stands with this mission. But our position has been compromised. A lot of us has been compromised, right? And don't be alarmed, because this is what's supposed to happen, right? I believe that everything happens and it's just recycle. Everything happens and it just recycle. Everything happens, but it recycles. But for some of us, we get caught off in the world. We get caught off in the things we see. We get caught off in the people around us. We get caught off. Some of us, we've been down so long that when we get free, we don't even know what to do when we free. So we immediately go sabotage ourselves. It's called self-sabotage, right? And we go join and link in with people, and it really doesn't work like that. But since you don't have the instructions that you need, you end up doing what you have always done, and you go right back into darkness. I look to stand in the gap and try to change that. I don't know how I'm supposed to change that without letting the spirit use me and be a willing, yielded vessel that the Spirit can come in and come through and possibly talk to you in such a way that allows you to see a vision, right? Some of the things, this is some of the things that I want to remind you of that you have, right? For each and every last one of you, you have a thought. I need to make sure I wrote these things down when I was in meditation, and he wanted me to emphasize that you have a thought. Everybody has a thought. If you have a thought, then you have to, that's a target. There you go. That's a target. You got to be able to hit your targets when it's time, right? You have a thought. So you have to bring every thought, right, into submission to who you are. So when you have a thought, you have to channel your thought before you try to release your thoughts. So I wanted to kick this out, give you some pointers, then we're going to jump and do a recap, and then I'm going to flip the script, and then we're going to be done off of this feed line, because I know some of you have things to do. I have things to do. And, this is a building time. This is the time for building. What was already spoken, we trying to get to the number 8. So we already was given our instructions on the things we need to do to get us there. I apologize for the fact that I had to come in like I had to come in, right? But forgive me. There you go. Not apologies, but forgive me. Forgive me for that part, because when I'm feeling what I'm feeling, 1 minute I be one way, but then when I come on these feed lines with you guys, sometimes the atmosphere has to change because I'm hurt. I get hurt, right? I get hurt a lot. I'm sure some of you get hurt. Isn't it amazing that you can get hurt, and you've been getting hurt for so long that getting hurt is normal, right? Not for me. Not for me. I do my best to lock myself up because I don't want to be blamed for nobody else. I don't want to be responsible for no one else. I just ask God, please help me to grow your people up so we can take accountability. We could take full responsibility for the things that we do just as much as the things we don't do. I have some instructions for us. We have to release people's name. We have to get over some of the stuff that we still holding on to right now. New things is growing right now in this season for some of us, right? The harvest is coming, but you always have to show respect. For some of you, you will break your neck for someone you don't know. Let's just say if they had an apostle or a bishop or a minister, anything at the beginning of their name, you will break your neck, roll over, cartwheel, almost get hit by a car. You get what I'm saying? Just to give them whatever it is that you feel you need to give them, but you don't know them. You don't have no type of relationship, and that's idolization. You end up slipping into idolizing human being, and you miss out because the one that was cartwheeling and flipping and trying to do all this just to get the attention of someone else, don't you know God was watching you in the spirit that's inside of you that you thought you had? It's almost become an embarrassment, right? It's an embarrassment. Well, for some of us, these spirits operate around us, and some of the people that think they have what they don't really have. We're going to get to that. But what I want you to do is what I look to do in this feed is I just want you to first admit, right, to a lot of the circumstances that you participated in. It was your fault. We can't keep blaming they got on drugs. We can't keep blaming it was because they was a player or they just, hey, listen, whatever that's in hot commodity, you can't be mad because you ain't in hot commodity. If you on reserve, then guess what? You're aging, but there's value in your aging, right? But see, some of us, God tests your heart. He says this for a reason. When God says he's a jealous God, and you hear somebody saying, God is a jealous God. God is a jealous God. Who do you think they're talking to? Who do you think they're talking to? What do you think they're actually saying? For some of us, you can hear people. I was explaining to someone, I'm just giving you an example because I believe with examples, you can actually see this whole picture of what I'm doing right now before I get to the message I want to bring tonight, right? You got people, you have songs like the roof is on fire. We don't need no water. And then everybody else say the rest of the song, right? Burn. Where did you learn that from? That's a chant, right? From the windows to the walls, right? That's a song, right? That's the same thing people saying when they say, what can wipe away my sins? What can wipe away your sins? And everybody be like, nothing but the blood of Jesus. You haven't met him yet. You haven't had your encounter yet. You haven't had your transformation yet. You haven't had your experience, your one-on-one yet. Why? I know this sound kind of rude and cruel for some people. Let me tell you why. Because when you doing what you want to do, you don't have time to get what you need. You just can't put him to the side and decide that at the end of the week, you're going to go talk to him. Or when you get in trouble, you're going to go pray and ask for something. What is he asking of you? How do you believe you got this certain type of relationship that you can just ask him what he need, like a waiter, right? God, I need XYZ, but he can't ask you for anything. He can't make a request out of you. Listen to that. Where's the relationship? Is it one-sided, one-way street? This is really good because some people, when they dating, they be like, is this a one-way street? That's what God is saying to you. Is this a one-way street here? Is that you can ask me for what you need, but I can't ask you for what I need you to do? Why do it always have to be about you? When can you serve and get over you? I will always you get back what you need. Did he not give you some instructions and say, be not weary in well doing? Well, guess what? This is why we miss it, because we miss the well doing. We miss the well doing and we get off to complaining. We get off to what we want. We get off to what we need. There's a cost for whatever it is you asking for. There's a cost for whatever you are asking for. There's a responsibility, right? There's maintenance and there's management. For whatever you desire, you will have. But it will only bring out the immaturity in you. It will only bring out the undeveloped areas in your life. There's many undeveloped areas in your life. For some of you, we want to talk about being broken. Guess what? Undeveloped, broken, right? It's like broken financially, broken mentally, broken spiritually, broken emotionally, broken physically. There's many things that can be broken that you need to tend to. But if you keep just tending to the outside appearance and thinking that little temporary feeling is going to work, he's going to deal with that eventually. Eventually, that's going to wet down and that's going to wet out. If we don't get to work on your inside, if we don't stop doing an open heart surgery in regards trying to clean some of this mess up, your fingerprints is on everything that's in your life. It's not the devil's fingerprints that's on your life. It's your fingerprints that's on your life. Some of the areas you have went to, some of the places and the things you operate around, I'm just trying to make it clear because I went down this road. I was here already. I only come back to relate what it is I'm saying right now. Yes, I'm still here. I still have things I need to do. I still have work I need to do. I cannot teach no one unless I teach myself. I'm my number one client. I'm the founder of Invisible Crown Coaching Firm. We're going on we're going on five years now. Yeah, 5 years now. And man, I'm happy to say we study expanding and we study growing. It's going to come a time where it's really about sowing and waiting to receive based on what you sow. You sow good, you getting back good. You sow good, you getting back good. You sow nothing, you getting nothing. That's how it's about to work moving forward. You trust. I heard something that DMX has said, and bless his soul. Mighty man of God. He knew God very well. He was a teacher, and I love the respect that he always acknowledged Jesus. In spite of the areas he was called to, in spite, as I listen to his prayers, just phenomenal prayers, right? The way he talked to God, Lord, and thank you for everything, right? It has to touch you. It has to move you, right? And I just was asking God, the areas he was called to. See, we judge so many people. We set people up for failure because the moment you set them up, that's the moment you fail. You're not here to evaluate someone else. You here to heal someone else, to provide for someone else, to love someone else like you love yourself. When you love yourself, you can love them out of conditions just by walking away from them, by telling them the truth, by meaning what you say and say what you mean. For some of us, if you drew the line and you respected the line, then you will force the other people to respect the line as well, including your children. But since you so back and forth with who you are, then our work is going in vain right now. You got to get this. First thing we have is a thought you want to tell yourself. If you got your pen in your hand, write down, you have a thought. I have a thought. Because that's a target in your life. You always got to get to the thought. What is your thought? That's the idea, right? That's God is in this. What does he say? Well, I got a thought, right? Next thing, I have a feeling. This is another area in your life, unseen. You cannot go to Walmart, Walgreens, Target, right, and buy thoughts. You can't go buy feelings, right? It's inside of you. But if you don't know how to work these things, then you're going to be malfunctioning. You're going to be malfunctioning, and you're going to be either spinning out of control or losing control of who you are. Later, back over to being remote control. This is why I tried to kick this whole ground yourself thing. I believe that if we can exercise self-discipline, we will continue to bear fruits, right? We will continue to prosper, right? That's what prosperity is. It's about understanding how to be a voice when it's time, not because we want to talk, not because we think we know everything, because what comes out of your mouth, you get judged by that. There's a penalty that comes with talking too much, right? So anyway, you have a feeling, you have a vision. If you don't have a vision, you finna have one today. You have a vision. So you have a thought. Notice, I took time to write this down so for you to get this. You have a thought. So you want to say, I have a thought, everybody. You have feelings. You want to say, I have feelings, right? You have a vision. You want to say, I have a vision, right? This should not be a fighting back and forth thing. This should be you confident in your thoughts. You confident in your feelings, and you confident in your vision, because it has a message in it. Each one of those I done named so far has a message in it. But if you ignore that message and you continue to keep moving at a rate, right, you're going to misread it, and you're going to suicide, or you're going to cause more problems than you are prepared to handle, right? You have to set goals. I have to set goals. That's exactly what it is that you have to do. I'm not talking just baby goals. I'm talking daily goals. The goal is to get through the day. The goal is not to fall out with my mama, not to go back and forth with my children. The goal is to eat healthy. The goal is to stop drinking my carbs, and maybe I need to eat my carbs. The goal is to do some jumping jacks and some push-ups. The goal is to not complain to anybody but God, because he already knows, right? That's a goal. Those are the type of goals that I said. Why? Because I believe you have to train. You have to train. This is like training day. When we come on a Mighty Monday Meltdown, let's be clear about something. I don't come to agree with the way you think. I come to challenge the way you think. That's the only thing going to wake that spirit up, because you have some people, not only do some people don't have the spirit, other people, you got a lazy spirit or a lazy demon on you, and it does not allow you to really patch in. But I look to override it with my coaching voice. I have a coaching voice that will allow me to tune into you and get you up and running, right? But like I said, we on the same frequency. For some of us, you like it a certain type of way. I'm not that type of way, right? I am very desperate. I'm desperate to succeed. I'm desperate for love. I'm desperate for joy. I'm desperate for peace. I'm on the edge of expectation. I'm expecting healing. I'm just expecting deliverance. I'm expecting to prosper. I'm expecting with everything that I have been through. That's the recall button, right? You should be expecting something, but before you package a ride, you have to be expecting to receive it, because God cannot sit here and have you receiving something and you already done got defeated by yourself. Your own thoughts, right? Your own feelings, right? Your own vision done sit here and done messed you up, because now you don't believe. believe, and your goals, you did not stick to them. So when you understand the things that I just named, right, we going on, right? Next, you have to make a plan, right? Stop. I have to make a plan. This stuff is not rehearsed. I practice this thing to what I practice became my life. I don't have to sit here and write anything down. I can shoot straight from the heart. I can go straight in on what it is I need to do to assist you and help you. For some of you, if you see an ant, you better step on it right now. You better take care of that, and then you go and begin to exterminate just to make sure. Procrastination will hurt you in this particular time frame right now. Do not put off tomorrow what needs to be done today. For some of you, this is your time to go out into that harvest field, and you better pour all your fruits down. Get your fruits and put it in your storehouse. For some of you, that's too spiritual. That's more like churchy. That's more, what is the fruits? That's called from the labor. The labor. Some of your pain was your labor. Some of your situation was your labor. Some of the things you have, you don't even deserve. Some of the people that you meet, you ain't even qualified for. But since you dated the worst, since you've been with the worst, since you done been in some jacked up, messed up relationship that quote unquote you was in love with, God wasn't even in it. He was not in it. That's probably why you're not in it no more. But guess what? God so loved you that he didn't leave you there. Somehow, some way, he got you up out of that situation. And in your getting out of that situation, you actually free. But unfortunately, you spend so much time on what you don't want that you never see and speak into existence what you do want. And when what you do want show up, it ain't for you to tell somebody else. It's for you to acknowledge it. It's tough for you to receive it. You get the new car, you got to wipe on it. You get the new car, you got to probably wash it yourself. You probably got to wax it yourself. Wax it yourself, right? That's the time we coming into. You got a plan and you have to take actions. It's too many people that's talking right now. A lot of talking and don't have no results. I mean, they could talk a good game, man. If I was in this here, I mean, if I sit here, give me a chance. Yes, Jesus. Give you a chance, them demons will beat you back to where it is you originally he placed you at. My point that I'm trying to express to you is we have to limit the talking, right? But we have to take actions. This is our actions. For some of us, we have power in prayer. We have power in prayer. We have power in worship. There's many things that can bring power and light to your life and to your situation and to your circumstances. For some of you, I know you think I'm on here for my health. I'm not. I know for some of you that jumps on, let me just get on here. Don't get on here for me. Stand with me and I guarantee you'll get something too. For some of you, you're slacking. Because this is your mission as well. You thought I was really coming on here just for me. I came on here for you as well. Because the better your life get, you have to tell them about God. You have to tell them about I Am My Life Coach. You have to tell them how self-manifestation came into your life, how you became self-aware of the things you was doing. You have to tell them about how you self-reflect and about how you got yourself out some of the situations, but that was God. You have to have a good moment to understand where your self-worth came at, but it took a feed line like this feed line, timeout, Monday meltdown. At this point, what I'm trying to tell you is, let's be clear about something. You got to testify. You got to let somebody understand that you had to sit your tail down on Monday and open up your heart, open up your ears, and open up your mind. It was not easy because we assume that it's already open. But when you ask God, Lord, I need you to enable our hearing, God. You say deliverance comes from hearing. Hearing is by you, God. So right now, we need to hear. We need to hear you like we never heard you before. We need to hear you again, God. You told us many things and we was disobedient in many areas, God. We was told to even speak to others, not just speaking to them. We was told specific instructions in regards to ourselves, and we still turned around and did what we have always done, and still we are upset and mad because we do not have what we should have by now, and that is this relationship on lock right now. We should have this relationship on lock to the point that when you speak, God, we say, yes, Lord, because we should know what you sound like right now. But we too busy looking at reality shows. We too busy all on social media. We too busy giggling. We too busy looking at situations and circumstances that don't have anything to do with us, God. But positioning you today has everything to do with you, because we recognizing without your spirit, we can do nothing spiritual here on earth. Without your spirit, we can do nothing spiritual here on earth. And without us, God, your presence cannot even manifest here on earth. So we have to understand that part. Okay. Okay. So that's taking action, right? And the last one is you have to have results. So you say, I have to have results. Those words will ricochet through every dark area in your life. I have to have results. I need to know where I'm at, where I stand with myself. And sometimes it's not with nobody else. Sometimes it's with yourself. I need to know where I stand. I need to know what I'm capable of doing. See, me, myself, I told you last week, I found out I was stubborn, right? I was stubborn just by sitting in the house. A year ago, we locked in the house. Everybody on the internet doing DJ parties, right? It's just time. Time keeps moving. God is the same God. If we don't see come together, he called this special group together. The Invisible Crown Army. I am our coach. Who do you think put this together? Ain't nobody coming to you like this here. Ain't nobody keeping it real. You not even on levels of some other people. And some of the people you listen to, their bank accounts is like here, right? Your bank accounts is so far down here. You ain't even started with a bank account yet. Your account is like this. Their accounts is like this. That means when it comes down to certain things, you know, I'll be honest with you. Sometimes you got to take off the tie. Sometimes you got to come off the platform. Sometimes you got to take off the makeup. You just got to have a real moment. But you can't want nobody. You cannot want someone to have a real moment with you until you first have a real moment with yourself. At the end of the day, who do you think God going to use when it's time to correct your children? Who do you think God going to use when it's time to correct the little friends you connected to? Who do you think God going to use when it's time to make an impact in areas and things around you? He's gonna use you, but he can't use you until you become you. But if you keep looking at everybody else, but everybody else ain't looking at you, don't you see there's no relationship? That's a problem right there. I teach from the areas I was told to teach it from. No disrespect. I have minister friends, pastor friends. I have Muslim friends. Actually, it was a Muslim. A Muslim is part of my board on Invisible Crown, right? My coaching firm. Sent him to school, paid for him to become a life coach, right? It doesn't matter about the affiliation, the organization. For some of you, you know, we want to pledge to everything, but you ain't pledged to yourself. That's sad right there. It's so sad because that's where I found myself at. Pledged to helping others. You know, I was entertaining others. I will give it away, right? I just want to see everybody else. And then at the end of the day, what about me? There's no you. God's based, when you become you, then I will bless you. Till then, you immature child, I'm going to give your blessings to someone else. I'm going to bless somebody else around you so you can see what it looks like to be able to hold on to your blessings, enjoy your blessings, and no, don't give out your blessings, but be inspired by seeing the blessing. Because for some of us, we can look at somebody else and be motivated, like, I'm so happy for them. God's saying, in the day you become happy for you, is I want you to clap for me like you wanted to clap for them. I wanted you to clap for me. Clap for me. Well, where's me at? Me is in you. But you ain't seeing it like that for some odd reason. But I will continue to work and chip on this thing, right? And build this thing. I will take every brick that was thrown at you and help you build something for you. That's what I'm willing to do. But for some of you, you're going to have to stop throwing back your ammunition because people throwing stuff at you, but that's the stuff you need. The devil's so stupid. He helps you. He helps you, but you want to go and you want to prove to a nobody, right, that you are somebody. How stupid is this? I got to be honest, though. I've been there and I've done this. Didn't I tell you that you got to own up to what you have done? Didn't I tell you you got to own the situation? You played a part. You played a part, right? Some of us, oh my God, you played the part. Okay, so listen. So the event plus the response will get you a harvest. It's all about your harvest. Because some of you, you can't feed anybody because you ain't got nothing. Let's just be clear. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got no advice. You don't have no words. You don't have a prayer for people. You know, one that specifically hit the spot. Not a long prayer. God don't need a smaller prayer. He don't need a couple of words. If you in good alignment, then all you need to do is say, like myself, God, do it for him. I can say, God, do it for him. And God do it. I seen God's hand move on people's lives. They done went from this to this. I done seen God's hand move from people's life. They done went from this to this. My point is, I'm scared of the hand that goes like this and this, okay? For some of you, you move, but you ain't moving with the hand. You moving on your own. You do some of the things on your own, and then you're not even happy with what it is you created. You created some of these stupid conversations that you are the parent of. You created some of these stupid situations that you are stuck in now, right? And no one's in them but you. And God didn't put you there. You put yourself there. And that's what I'm here to speak about, right? So I want to get into this thing real quick. Oh, man, we talked last week, right? I'll go quick now. Don't let what make you happy. Everything that makes you happy doesn't mean it makes you healthy. I like to be healthy. Healthy, not just physically, but healthy mentally. Healthy mentally means you're not a strain on my mind right now. You know, it's just light words, right? I want to be healthy financially. I mean, I want my account to be healthy. I don't want my account sick, God. That's what I'm saying. Lord, heal my finances. Heal them, because why do the finances need to be healed? For some of you, not just me, because you mismanage. You don't invest. You don't take chances. You don't do what you're supposed to do. You hold on and hoard on to that little money, you know what I mean? And you're going to end up understanding that little money can never, ever in a million years be your God. You shall hold on to God like you hold on to your little money. God is the one who provided money. Money is a strong force. It brings impact. But if that impact make you change up, if that impact make you hold on, if that impact change your attitude to make you think you own people, then that is the root of the evil. For some people, everybody chasing these little loans right now. Government, it's forbearance, forgivable. Ain't that something? Everybody hollering about a forgivable loan. Go get this money. Christ, he will forgive you if you take the time to allow him to come into your life. He said it'll be so hard for you, the forgivable people. Yeah, the bank will forgive you, right? Because you want to go out and you want to get something and take advantage of an opportunity. You want to go out and splurge. You want to go out. It's called a come up. There's no such thing. This is the test. And in this test, many will fail this test because at the end of the day, no disrespect to anyone, people got to make their money how they got to make their money. Some people, they charge people just to do the little loan, to do the little whatever, right? I charge this amount. Everybody charge you. It's just crazy. Everybody charge you. That's how you should know it's not real. Because if you don't own that business, then you can't charge me trying to do business. That tells you that this is a shortcut. This is an alternate route, but I don't know where this alternate route going to lead you. It might lead you in handcuffs. It might lead you in bankruptcy again. It might lead you in a bad place, right? Me, myself, hey, listen, I own legit businesses, right? But at the same time, if I'm going to be struggling or down at the bottom, then same time, I just want to take my time. I'm not losing my connection with God over no money. I'm not losing my connection with God over no human being or somebody that thinks that they can just come in my life and rearrange my life based on words and try to hype me up and send me off. I'm good. And I'm hoping that when you see me, you can see yourself and you'll learn to say that you good. You cannot keep greeting the enemy and bring the enemy into areas he does not exist. For some of you, you are so spiritual and so good, but you invite the devil in every time. Not another person, yourself. You bring the devil in and be like, you know, the devil busy over here. He ain't even over there. You put him over there. So you don't put this thing in here, and now you got to be the one to get this thing out. Didn't I tell you how to exterminate? You can't keep the devil messing with my peace. No, you messing with your peace. Because at the end of the day, God gave you enough. He told you to put on your armor. He told you to arm yourself. He told you to sit here and recognize. If you going to work, you should know everybody that works at your job. You should know how they speak, how they talk. You should know how they are, how they communicate. You should know what they do, what they don't do. At this point, for some of you, you got 15, 20-year-old friends, and you don't know nothing about them. They still piss you off, and you give them permission to. And it ain't their problem. It's really the test is on you because you don't know how to shut the conversation down. You're greedy, right? You're greedy. You want more. You want to just talk to me. There's no purpose in your conversation. Come on. Remember I told you to target thoughts and feelings and visions and goals and action plans, right? Remember I gave you all of those are targets for who? For yourself in order for you what? And you got to have results, right? Event plus your response equals your harvest. Do you want to protect your harvest? Because he's the Lord over the harvest. Let's go on here and go back and reflect a little bit, right? Go back and reflect a little bit. I want to go back and reflect just a little bit, right? This is when we do the recap. Let's recap it a little bit, right? I talked to you last week and I shared some things with you and it just rocked me so much, right? It rocked me because the place with God, it rocked me because it was basically one situation that took place, and I'm gonna go back through it. One situation that took place, it was how Jesus, right? Jesus, the disciples, they was running, and I told you last week that there's some areas in your life that you're not opening the door. Let's be clear about that. He knocked, but you ain't opening. He knocked, but you ain't opening. Anybody knock, you ain't opening. That's where your failures is at. Some people, they got the skeletons in the closet, you know. Some people, they want to know about everybody else wrong. They want to investigate everybody else's life. But at the end of the day, let's investigate your life. Let's figure out what you done. What did you do with that money that God put you over? What did you do with that little inheritance that you had right now? See, we want to judge somebody else so we can lift ourselves up, but today that's not happening. Not on this feed line. We come in alignment, full alignment. This is a timeout. This is the Mighty Monday meltdown. We trying to create ourselves by chiseling away things that us hostage. Today we gonna be free. I'm gonna do the best I can. I hope you're willing to do the best you can by donating a little time, right? So I talked about how the disciples, right? Jesus had bounced, right? Which I'm gonna get to that in a minute. So I can't even get to that. And okay. I get excited when I get the word, you guys. So let's just go into scripture. John 20, right? John 20, right? This is when Jesus was gone, right? Jesus had left, right? One of the angels, I got to do a lot of speaking on my own. I can't read word for word because of time, and I need to make sure I press this whole lesson out. I did come on a little late, so I will go a little bit over. We're going to be good. Check this out. John 20, right? Verse 3, right? So Peter and the other disciples, they just received word that Jesus is not in the tomb no more, right? He's gone. Right. So the lady, right? Women always got to run around. Jesus ain't here. First thing they go do is they go run and tell Peter, right? So it says in verse 2, so she came running to Simon Peter and the other disciples, the one Jesus loved, and said, they have taken the Lord out the tomb. Stop. For some of you was in bad places, but you ain't in them places no more. That's the wake-up call right there. I know you guys is calling. Y'all been called to this feed line. I keep it real. I'm only asking that you share the feed. You don't have to share every free feed, but you're going to have to share something. We have to sow into other people. When I sow, if I could sow a word into you, if I could sow a prayer into you, if I could sit here and try to inspire you, if I could try to motivate you, if I could try to sit here and get you to a higher level or whatever, it might not even be for you. It might be for who connected to you, because you might need some power, right? You might need another source, because you're not going to get it with the, I'm going to pray for you. And that might not work for some people. Some people, you got to go to hand-to-hand combat. We got straight up street guys. We got killers and drug dealers. We got people that got to get it the best way they can. You can't sit here and try to drop these high words on people. You need to meet them where they at right now. For some of you, you're not well seasoned, so you can't give people what it is you should be able to give them, especially when you was just living in the community. You dated thugs, you dated hookers, not hookers, but dots or whatever you call them. She wasn't all that. At the end of the day, she watched videos, Cardi B, she listened to sing this is how you know she loves Savage and all these other songs. She knew them so well to the point that it put her under a spell. So at the end of the day, you have to be well seasoned, right? Well seasoned. So I'm coming as I am to try to season you a little bit, right? So listen to this. Peter and his disciples, they started for the tomb. Now, for some of you, people, I told you, we have a problem with believing where people's situation. I need to see it for myself. I need to see it for myself, right? Jesus is not there no more. For some of you, you're not in the bad areas you was no more. Some of you, your heart has developed a little more better. Your thinking is much more better. For some of you, you own more than you ever had. Your credit is on the rise. It was a 5.2 on a credit score, 510. Now you are done made your way over to a 680. Some of you done jumped to a 730. Come on now, you moving. Who you think been speaking on behalf of you as well as myself? You think I'm gonna speak for you and leave myself out? No, I was down and I had to speak this thing into me first. When I got it, then I came to come get you. One at a time, though. Everybody don't have to get it, but somebody gonna get this message. Watch this. Peter and they ran to the tomb to go see. Listen to this. Here goes some of your friends right here. Verse 4. But was running, right? Some of you, they running to the destination, right? Watch this. This is some of your friends. Look at this. But the other disciples outran Peter. Stop right there. Some people that's running with you, they gonna outrun you. And that's why they're hating on you. See, some people, they love you, but they hate you because they can't beat you. See, Jesus loved Peter. That was a relationship. For some of you, you just get it because you around the right person. I pray that this feed line is your people that you are around. I pray that the Invisible Crown Army wait for you to get here. And then one of these angels that's standing in the background jumps on you and give you the power that you need so you can war against the things that's trying to take you out, take you down, and put you under. That's real right there. You are a fighter. You are getting in position. Your mind is getting loaded. You have to sit here and know how to handle conversations, how to get out of conversation, how to go up, how to come down, and how to shift and how to move. You have to know how to do that. Other than that, you will be a target, but the enemy cannot hit a moving target. Do you understand this part right now? For some of you, you keep slipping out of some of the stuff you got caught in. How did you get caught in it? Because they drugged you in it. You got trapped, right? So let's go. Some of the other disciples outran them. Why would God want to highlight this? I'll show you in a minute. But the other disciples outran Peter and reached the tomb first. For some of you, your people get to the spot first before you get there. But listen to this. He bent over and looked in at the strips of the linen laying there, but did not go in. Stop right there. Some of your people, some of your hitters, some of your best friends, they get to where they need to get to only to be a spectator, only to investigate. I heard she did this and that there. I heard he did this right here. I heard she done fell off right now. I need to see her. Let me see. I heard she caught COVID. Let me see how she look. Girl, you okay? I ain't gonna bring you no orange juice. I ain't gonna do nothing. Only gonna get on the phone as soon as they get off the phone. You know, so-and-so got it. Yeah, stay away from her. I'm trying to tell you something. You better watch who you think you are around. We have been compromised. The inner circle has been compromised. This feed line has been compromised. People that's on missions and positions we have been compromised, okay? We done let people come in that should never have got in, and you let them in. You let them in, and that's the one. So now let me go ahead and break the thing straight open, and let me just be real. This is when I lose a lot of people right here, right? So listen to this. They look in, spectating. Let me see where he at. Spectating, right? But if God be for me, who about to be against me? You think some of you guys? Not at all. God already knew you was going to do what you was going to do, but he let you do it to teach you a lesson. Teach you a lesson so that you can return back to him. Listen to this. But then, verse 6, then Simon Peter, he came along behind him. Behind. Remember, everybody else peeking in, but they didn't. What Simon do? Look what Peter do. He went straight into the tomb and he saw the strip of line laying there. Some people, they so busy, it looked like they winning, but they can't cross the finish line. Look like they winning, but they ain't going in. You have the ability to go straight in. Boom. But see, you can't go straight in because you give up. You give up because you feel like you need this. You know, I'm just me. I'm a single parent. I don't have no help. I didn't have nobody. And the devil be clapping like, keep talking. Keep talking, keep talking, keep talking. I don't have nobody. It's just me. I need somebody to do something for me for a change. The Lord said, I'll supply all your needs. I bought you out of that slavery position you was in. I could have let you marry Dumbo over there. I could have left you stuck on stool because that's who you was stuck on. You get what I mean? But instead, I woke you up and walked you out. Some people, he had to drag you out. You cried tears for nothing. You cried tears because you didn't want to leave that little, yay. Yes, God. Yay. Okay, so I wanted to give you that. Peter ran straight in. For some of you, you ain't got time to sit back here and think. You ain't got time. So we want to evaluate. We want to peek around. But when you got authority, when you've been put a title and a title been put over you, some of you got a bounty on your head right now. That enemy trying to kill you by all means. He's sending people to get you off. Some of your worst classmates, some of your worst co-workers, they here to get you off, take you down because of your authority that you have over the enemy's territory. You have power. The enemy got power. You got power. The difference is you have authority. The enemy don't have no authority. And that right there is where you need to walk in at. That's right there is where you need to give God glory at. That right there is where you get delivered. That's where your healing comes in. That's where your reminder comes. That's where your freedom comes. That's where you get your jam back. That's where you start rocking at. That's where you sit here and you understand how that angel take its course. That warrior, we here to war right now. We at war right now. We're not soldiers, we're warriors. Okay, we go in by the heart. To God be for us. To God be for us. Who can be against us? We were sent for a time as such. Hey. Come on, y'all. Let's go. Let's get this thing cracking. Let's get it popping. Come on, let me take you to this other thing. I got to reflect real quick, but don't look like I have time to reflect. I wanted to give you one thing, though. And, Luke 10, go to Luke 10. I want to show you something. This is still on a recap right now. Luke 10, I'm going to jump real quick. I wanted to show you that part. I just wanted to fill you up and get you right. I wanted to put the fire on you so you will know exactly what it is you need to do. Remember I told you Jesus sent them out, right? Verse 2, he told them the harvest is plentiful, right? And the workers are few. Guess who the workers are? That'd be you right there, right? And ask the Lord of the harvest. Whose harvest is this? The harvest is plentiful. He's over you. He's the Lord of the harvest. But the workers, who's working this harvest? Nobody but the rappers. Nobody but the people that's polluting the land. The people that's putting everything down. This old people that's just all this debris, all this backlash. You got people that have not resolved some of their issues as a child, old relationships, off healing. Your heart was never broke. You ain't even have a heart. You just mismatched what you was in, and it didn't work out because you was slick. You were slick trying to do what you should not been doing, and yet you didn't get the result you was looking for. They kept moving and got a little bit better, and you done kept it moving, got a little bit better too. Sound like to me, they don't owe you nothing, you don't owe them nothing, so you free. There you go. Just healed your heart and didn't charge you no money. But if you also, we are definitely 501c3. That's nonprofit. You can always donate to I Am My Life Coach. A lot of changes going to be going on. I need to go out and do more work, not just in the city of Chicago. I have to go to other places. I'm being called higher right now. I'm going to be looking for some help, volunteer help, services, and things like that. I got to go out and do the real work to make sure that the real work get done. So when I speak, I have more things I can speak about just to make sure that when you want to look at my background, you can see the results, and everything that I have, you can see is because I can be trusted with a little. I can be trusted with this little feed line. I can be trusted to make sure you get the stuff you need to get in order to be the best you need to be. Isn't that amazing? Right? I did that. Let's go. So he said I was sending you out like lambs and wolves, right? Let me see that time check. Okay, yeah, we good. Listen to this. Watch this, you guys. Verse 4. This is what I wanted to point to you from last week. This is what Jesus told them. I'm sending you out like lambs amongst wolves. That means this is the wrong time to judge people. Y'all sit here going around, oh, that's a wolf. He didn't send you out to do that. Oh, that's a wolf right there. Oh, that's a lamb. He didn't say that was not what you're supposed to do. Here's one of our problems that we're missing right now. He said, do not take a purse or a bag or sandals, and do not greet anyone on the road. Stop right there. Here's our problem. That's the voice of instructions. Why are you out here doing what you should be doing? That's if you're sent from God. If you're sent from the Lord, here's some instructions. Do not take nothing with you. Isn't this amazing? He tell you don't take nothing with you. That's instruction. But what we want to do, we want to do what we want to do. And that's what keeps us disconnected. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to reconnect us. But I first got to tell you what disconnected us. Because he told you specific instructions, right? Don't take it. Don't do it. Don't take nothing with you. You don't need all that. Right? You don't need to bring all that stuff. Why? Because the bag and the stuff you carry, it's from your past. But you done got here. You don't want to talk about your past. You want to sit here and try to go through theirs. Ain't that something? You want here to do that. Now watch this. Listen to this. Everyone who promotes peace is there, right? If someone's there who promotes peace, your peace will rest on them. That means you first has to have peace. How do you have peace? First off, you got to be in a position to protect yours. Second of all, your purpose is what provides you your protection. Your protection is knowing that you have peace. That's the solution. That's the answer right there. Purpose, protection, right? Peace, solution, right? Confidence, right? So it says it should rest on them. You shouldn't be coming into somebody else's house environment. So he told me to flag this for some of you. I don't know who this for, but it's for some of you right now, right? You got to look at the person's house. When they invite you into their house, you can't get in their house and start tripping. You can't get in their space and start talking crazy. You can't, let's not forget, this ain't your house. You can get kicked up out of here. You can get up off this phone. You can sit here and you can leave AJ alone. Because at the end of the day, I know when it comes down to this grade, like diamonds is A, B, C, D, E, F. And if you got any diamond that's over a J, then you got a lot of, it's cloudy and it's the clarity, you got flaws in it so it don't shine, don't hit. It's not VVS. No, I'm at least like an A. I'm like a B. I'm like a B plus to a C, something like that. Or you know how grade age steak is, right? When you more seasoned, more is expected out of you when you more seasoned. For some of you, you've been seasoned by your grandmother, your mother. You just ain't put nothing into practice, and that's why you fail, because you don't practice nothing. You don't practice how to make that chicken and dumpling. You don't practice that peach cobbler. You don't make that macaroni 25 times, and it still ain't the best macaroni. You don't sit here and try to get the greens right, and it just ain't right. Because your attitude ain't right. Some food, you need the right attitude. And when you think you're doing it for the wrong reason, it's never going to turn out right. Okay, let it go. So it says, stay there, eat and drink whatever they give you. Isn't it amazing? It says, for the worker deserves his wages. Stop right there. Y'all done had me working on this feed line for a long time. What my wages is, do I even get any wages? I ask you to buy my book. Support the book. Read the book. Let's talk about it. It's on Amazon. Buy a mug or something, right? Get a hoodie. Get something, right? Or you can even sit here and you can donate. I give books away. I give clothes. I give shirts away. I'd sit here and minister time. Some people I talk to for 3-4 hours trying to help them figure out. I give business deals away. I try to help people. I give it away. You know why? Freely he gives to me. Freely I gives it away. But at the end of the day, he just told me right here, it says, the worker deserves his wages. Do not move around from house to house. Stop right there. What that means? That means when you got a house of peace, you got to mark it, because that's a personal connection. Some will say relationship. Some will say friendship. Some will say associate. I don't know what you want to call it. All I'm trying to tell you is you better get your houses in order, because it's not about no relationship. This is houses now. Get your house in order. And say, do not jump from house to house, right? When you enter, listen to this. When you enter the house, right? He said, basically, when he said, let your peace rest on it, right? So I wanted to give you that part, and I wanted to keep it moving, right? Now, we also went to verse Luke 22, right? Luke 22. Let's go to Luke 22 real quick. The hour came. Jesus, they at the table. They wanted to know, what's going on? What's going on? Who's the greatest at the table? Jesus said it's the server. So I talked to you about the server, and I wanted to let you understand. It changed my whole understanding about even when I go out and dine now, because I recognize the server. I'm trusting this person with my food. Now I see why they say don't talk to the person at the back in the day about the McDonald's, when I used to eat McDonald's and stuff, right? I don't eat McDonald's no more, y'all. I don't know what's in that. Anyway, they said, don't be going back and forth with the person. They're going to spit on the food. Think about what I'm saying here. You trust people with the food that they bring in you, right? You ordered it. They go get it, bring it back. Jesus says he's the server. He's the server, and he's serving the ones at the table. Those that comes on this feed line, you are at this table. You are at the Invisible Crown, I Am My Life Coach table. I order a brunch style for everybody. I order hope. I order forgiveness. I order love. I order joy. I order a cup of prosperity. I order a little bit of a shot of healing, not Henny, a little healing, right? I'll order another opportunity. I cry for some of you, a cup of tears, right? I get a salad of understanding, right? I get a little fudge brownie of comprehension for some of you. I'll order all of us drinks, and I get us everything we need, so that when we walk out, we can go out and do what it is we need to do. I've been taking your orders, putting these orders in for us. That's all I'm saying. Get the picture. Because if you get this picture, one day you're going to have to give this picture to somebody else. And you're going to be the one that's ordering for somebody else. You're going to be the one that's ordering for your little table, right? But you be grateful that you was called to this table. You show some respect when you come to this table. You show some honor to what honors you at this table. But what I will not have is the back and forth, the little cuts and all that. Hey, I ain't ashamed of you, if anything. Don't even got to worry, but don't be ashamed of me. Because everything I have checks out. Everything I do checks out. And trust and believe me, I'll put it out before somebody else come and put it out. Let's just be clear about that. Because that's what relationships is about. It's about being open. But who relationship? I'm talking about my relationship with the Spirit. That's the one I got to give an account to. Okay? And that's the one you're going to have to give an account to if you have a relationship. If not, then we already know who sent you. Got to return back to the hellhole that you was dispatched to. You have to stop messing up people's lives and focus on where you at right now. So that's what I'm here to tell you. We got to get focused, right? And what he say? He said in verse 28, you are those who have stood by me in my trials. This is Jesus talking. Stop right there. Who have stood by you in your trials? Some of you ain't even had your trials yet. You was too busy looking at somebody else's trials, laughing. You was too busy sitting here trying to give your advice. Your trials you have not addressed yet. You haven't brought your stuff up in court yet, which means some of us are still trapped in situations that you should not be in and you should be delivered from by now. So I got that out the way. You guys turn to Joshua 7. I got to go quick. And I'm just going to paraphrase. I'm just going to be here and I'm just going to spit this thing out. Real quick, and I'm done. As a matter of fact, Joshua 7. Let me tell you what's going on. Remember I told you our account was infiltrated, right? Some of you, your family members, some of your friends now, they're telling your business. Let's just be clear about that. The enemy wants you. And the only way the enemy can have you, he has to know what you up to. Well, you only can give an account for what you do. But you cannot give an account to what somebody else do. See, some people are loyal to you, but they're really not loyal to you. They just loyal enough to get what they need from you so they can go release it. And the enemy going to end up sitting here sending you something and it's going to trap you, right? So let me just give you the little message that the Lord gave me right now, right? Listen to this. So I'm in Joshua 7. Check this out. They was going to go out to battle, right? They're going out to battle, right? And they're going out to battle, verse 2. Now, Joshua sent men from Jericho to Ai, right? Which is near Bethlehem, right? So listen to what he said. He said, go up there, spy out the region. So the man went up there and spied out Ai. Stop. Some of your people, they spying. They spying all and they snooping. Let's just be clear. Call it for what it is. I'd rather you call it this and you be prepared than to sit here and not call it this and you looking stupid at the end of the day. Because when you look stupid, I look stupid with you. Let's just be clear about it. Can't say we was not warned. Warning comes before destruction. Everybody ain't riding. People jumping ships right now. Some people, they already checked out. But guess what? I was waiting for it anyway. I was waiting for it anyway because I know my God is about to revive me. He's about to renew me. He's about to restore me, right? Immediately. And some of you, the same thing will happen to you in Jesus' name. Watch this. This is good. So watch this, you guys. So listen to this. He said they returned to Joshua. They said, listen, not all of the invisible crown army, right? Listen, not all the army will have to go up against Ai. See, some of y'all will let somebody dog walk me. See, y'all know what? You got to be from Chicago if you get dog walked, right? It's, y'all let somebody dog walk me. You know what I mean? People, this is a movement, people. A movement by God. And when you have on that I Am My Life Coach hoodie, t-shirt, hat, book, whatever you hashtag, the example is on you at that moment. This is a mission from God. This is not my book. This is you. Does not say Adonis is my life coach. It says God is my life coach. But if you want to sit here and let somebody dismantle you, then shame on you. You take that hoodie off, okay? And give it to somebody that really want to wear it. Listen to this. When they return, listen to this, underestimate. Not all the army will have to go up against them. Send 2,000 or 3,000 men to take it. Do not weary the whole army, for only a few people live there, right? So guess what? So he sent them, about 3,000 went up there, right? And they was routed. Guess what? They was rerouted. Who killed? They killed like 36 of them. They chased the Israelites, went running, right? Went running, meaning they lost the battle. They lost the battle. Too busy thinking they got together. They want to do what they want to do. But see, my team, my people that roll with me, oh, listen, we plug with God. God knows Invisible Crown. He knows I Am My Life. He knows AJ very well, right? And some of you plug too because of the plug, right? Now watch this. Check this out. This is good. At this, the hearts of the people melted in fear and became like water. Stop right there. Your actions will make other people sit here and have a reaction. When you don't know what you know and you don't speak the way you need to speak, if you keep on talking about, well, I don't know, I was thinking, then maybe you need to close your mouth and get your thoughts together because you messing it all up. I cannot follow a person that can't even make up their mind on how to express what it is. You know what you want to say, but you're just not saying it. Watch this, you guys, because I'm telling you, it's about to be a war and it's about to be on. But I was waiting on this. We've been compromised. Verse 6, then Joshua took off his clothes. Here I go, right? And fell on his face down to the ground before the Lord, the ark, remaining there till evening. He started in the beginning of the day, fasting, all the way to the evening. Face us to the ground. Come on, God. Help us, Lord. Let me change this music because we at the end now. Help us, God. Help us, Lord. Because you know what? Many people going to change on you. They going to change on you. They was riding with you, rocking with you. But guess what? They going to change on you, right? But they said they was going to roll with you. They say they was there to the bitter end. They was there with you when you was up. Right, but then when you went down, they act like then they didn't know you. Here it come right here. So he took his clothes, remaining there till evening. The elders did the same. That's the older people, those that should know better by now. Why do all my people got to still act like they don't know what they should be doing? Right? Come on now, listen to this. Come on, y'all, listen to this. Listen, they even sprinkled some dust on their head, and Joshua said to the Lord, why did you ever bring these people across the Jordan? That's the promised land. Some of you, he's saying basically, I should have left you where you was at. You should have still been in La La Land, cuckoo land, chasing your own tail. You should have still been over there. Why did he bring you from that relationship? He should have let you been in there in slavery, thinking you had it on and popping. Maybe you would have your eyebrow tattooed by now and have your face tattooed or something by now, right? He said, listen, why did you bring them and deliver us into the hands of the Amorites, right? To destroy us. Talking to God. If only we had been content to stay on the other side. Some of you just wanted to stay over there. I didn't want to come and find out who I was. I didn't want to have a I Am My Life coach moment. All I was just trying to do, you here now. You better understand you here now. This ain't about you now. This about that glory now. I understand when you was in with the common folks, you was doing everything what the common folks was doing. But now God want to use you. Now you want to see God, then God want to see you. He want to see you move better than you moved before. He want to see you go places that you used to be, but be the change in the environment that he pulled you from. He sends you back not looking like what you was, but looking way more better. Let's be clear about this part. So guess what? Pardon your servant. Come on, Lord. What can I say now? Listen to this. The enemy done got into the camp. The enemy done turned his back on AJ. The enemy done sit here and jump shifts. The enemy done put me down, God, acting like you ain't over this. Like acting like you ain't in this. Acting like you ain't built this. Come on now, God. You're going to have to work this thing, Lord. I need you to show every naysayer that this is you, God. This is you in us. This is you. You called us to be here for your glory, God. And we asking that you show up in us and through us so we can do what you will have for us to do. Yay. Because your name is on the line, God. It says the Canaanites and the other people in the other country will hear how some of the people that was rolling with me is dissing me, how they done distanced themselves. Listen to that. Listen to that. They're going to hear about it. And they will wipe out our name from the earth, right? Really? No, AJ gonna stay fly. AJ gonna stay mounted and suit up. If I'm the last one here, if I'm standing by myself and no one else, I will wave this flag to the point where at the end of the day, I'm letting you understand where I'm at right now. I am my life coach because I can't be nobody but who it is he called me to be. And if a person don't like me, if a person ain't rolling with me, if a person ain't about what I'm about, which is self-improvement, building people up, and at the same time making sure others live without polluting this beautiful environment, this harvest we in right now. Come on now, listen to this. Listen to this. It says, and then will you do for your, wait. What then would you do, God, if they take out your AJ, God? What would you do, Lord? Who will come and do the Mighty Monday Meltdown? Would it be Chris? Would it be Janine? Who will come and do this Mighty Monday Meltdown on my behalf? Because people ain't trying to step up. People was too busy trying to step back. They done got too relaxed. They don't know what it means to be on the front line. We get hit first, but we get blessed as well. We get the plunder too as well. Whatever we take, we keep. To God be the glory. Listen at this, y'all, and I'm done. He said, listen to this. Israel has sinned. Listen to this. This is what the Lord said. Verse 10. The Lord said to Joshua, stand up, AJ. What are you doing down on your face? Some of you better pick your head up because the Lord is watching you. This is the wrong time to be sitting here acting like you scared. What are you scared of? You scared to be used? You scared to go bigger and better and greater? You scared to go further? You scared of the new house? You scared of the new businesses? You scared of that money? You scared to shut some of your old heathens down? Come on now. Look at this. Israel has sinned. They have violated my covenant, which I have commanded them to keep. They have taken something that was devoted, some devoted things. They have stolen. Come on, y'all. Some of you stole some water. You stole some water. You stole some prayers. You stole some time. You stole some energy. You stole something that wasn't for you. And the Lord knows you took it. You took it and ran somewhere else, right? It was for you. It wasn't for them. Look at this. You stole. They have lied. Some of you lied. This is the Lord talking. They have put them with their own possession. God has blessed you, but you have took something that did not belong to you. You have took something that did not belong to you. Listen to this. That is why the Israelites cannot stand against the enemies. Y'all hear that? Some of us, I know y'all getting scared now. You can't move because you won't win in some of the battles till you check some of the things that's going on around you. Some of the stuff that's going on around you, some of the people that's around you, they are moving at a rate that they can't move around you no more. And you got to let them understand you're going to do that and I do this. Let's just be clear about that. You better have you a let's be clear moment or at this point moment because you've been compromised. A lot of us been compromised. It took me a minute. I knew I was getting drained. I knew my energy was getting zapped somewhere. I found the short circuit. And today I'm here to let you understand. Listen to this. Listen to this. That is why you cannot stand against your enemies. They turn their backs and they run on you. Listen to it. Because they have been made liable to destruction. I will not be with you anymore, AJ, unless you destroy whatever is amongst you is devoted to destruction. For some of you, some of the people that you connect to, they on God's hit list and they on your best love list. They on my best. The Lord said, you wanted him or do you want that? And you have compromised your position. And it says you will not win until you release what it is that has been assigned to destruction. Listen to this. Go consecrate the people. Tell them, consecrate yourself in preparation. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Some of you performing poorly, and it's a reason why. It's a reason why. For tomorrow, here comes tomorrow. For this is what the Lord say, the God of Israel says, there are devoted things amongst you. Some of you got some things around you. You got to go address those things. You got to shut some stuff down. You done had some conversations or something. You got to go back and you got to apologize, forgive me. Listen, let's just be clear. You better come and make peace. Listen to this. I'm done on this, you guys. It says, there are some things that motivate you. Listen, you cannot stand against your enemy until you remove them, until you remove this, until you undo what your mouth done got you in. Some of you, your mouth is your problem. You talk too much. You got to undo what it is you done got in, or you are held liable for that stunt, right? In the morning, present yourself tribe by tribe. The tribe the Lord chooses shall come forth clan by clan. That's Q by Q, like crew by crew, right? Clan by clan. That's old days, old school. The Lord chooses shall come forth, family by family. This is my family, right? You and my little family, right? Family by family. Do you see how you're breaking this down? Listen to this. and the family the Lord chooses shall come forth man by man. That's you. You. When he called you into evaluation, he's trying to make sure that you are clean. Everybody got to get cleaned around this camp, around this time. Everybody better get their words together, get your mind together. Remember what I told you, your thoughts, you better grab that thing, hit that target. Let me check my thoughts. Let me check my motives. Let me check my vision. Let me check my goals. Let me check my action plan. Some of your actions been totally off. Totally off. Let me look at my results. Some people, you don't have no results. That's because you have not planted. You reap what you sow. You ain't sow, you ain't reaping. That's just how it works. Listen to that. Listen to this. And they gonna come, man. Whoever is caught with this, devoted things, shall be destroyed by fire. You provide the fire, shall be destroyed by fire, along with all that belongs to him or her. He has violated the covenant of the Lord and has done an outrageous thing. Yes, God, provide your spirit. I get y'all get the point. We the lifted vessels today. God, we thank you for just bringing this word forth, God. If there's anything that we have, if there's anything that needs to be exposed, if there's anything that needs to be shown to us, if whatever it is that needs to be fixed in our life, God, we're willing to correct it right now. If you point us to it, Lord, we will do what it is you will have for us to do. We done being lazy, God, but we're going to need some energy. We're going to need some strength. Some of us, we need a little more time. We need a little more time to address some of these areas because we have made a hot mess of some things, God. And so, God, I'm asking that you will seal this message inside of us. Your fire is burning. Some of us, we feel that heat. We feel that heat close. We recognize, Lord, that the camp, the inner circle has been compromised. Some of us, we done started doing things we should not do. Not now. This is the wrong time to be jumping out like we all good. No, 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 no. We draw back. We draw back. We retreat on to you. We come to find out, what did we do wrong? What did my children do wrong? What did my little family do wrong? What did the little 2 or 3 people? What did I do wrong on these feed lines, God? If there's anything that I've done wrong, first off, I ask for forgiveness. I ask you to forgive me in front of them. I will do a much better job. If you lead me, you said I can do it my way, but it'll be your will. And let your will be done in me and through me for your glory, God. So, God, we take nothing for granted right now. We are so grateful that you're shifting us, you're moving us, you're providing us with your spirit that we can't provide ourselves with. You're affecting us right now, God. We are emotionally affected right now. Some of us, we convicted right now. Our finances, our resources. God, you are the source of good. You are the only thing that's good here on this earth, and you are that source. Today we draw on to that well, the living water, Spirit of the living God. We call out to you. Yeah. And we call out to you, Abba. Father, we need you. We need you now in ways like never, never, never before, God. We need you to help us fix this thing. We need to go through the camp right now. We need you to evaluate our supervisors, our managers, our superiors, our landlords, even the banks, the credit cards, the interest rate. Everywhere we go, God, we put a lot of trust in things, and we want to call that trust back, and we return that trust back to you, God, that you will lead us the way we're supposed to be led. Yeah. We break ourselves down before you, God. Wash our minds, wash our spirits, wash our hearts, that when we leave out of here, oh Lord, we won't leave out the same way we came in. All for your name's sake. Yeah. Mmm. Yeah. Mmm. Hey. Hey. That's it. YouTube, peace out. Peace out, YouTube. Yay. Yay. Hey, y'all. That won't be a little. Yay. Ah. That's it. Peace and blessings. Ah,